Hey, y'all get in here, please. Please, pretty please, pretty please, with the cherry on top. Get in here, please. Hit the like button. Thank you. Let's talk, okay? So, for one, I don't expect this to be a very long stream, but I want to talk. This is something that's important to me, and hopefully, I get a few of y'all in here that want to engage, right? I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Let me greet who's here and then let's talk, man. We got to talk. Hey, Too Feisty. What's up, girl? Thank you for being like number one. You and Magaline hit it at the same time. Happy Friday. TGIF, y'all. TGIF. Where's Glorilla? I'm waiting on 7 p.m. Friday. I'm waiting on exactly 3 hours so I can say it's 7 p.m. Friday. Wait, what's the temperature? It's 94 degrees. Yo, her song got me in a whole headlock. I swear, anytime I mention what time it is, I immediately want to start singing that song. Bianca is here. Happy Friday, TGIF. She said, hit the like button, get your drinks, get comfortable. Yeah, we about to have a good time. That's for sure. But we got to talk about some stuff today because I'm really excited. And I need to talk to my girls. Where my girls at? From the front to back. What's up? Miss Sparkle is here, like number 3. Thank you. Debbie Garcia is like number 4. Y'all, we still got to figure out what time today we doing a family meeting because y'all know we got a baby on the way and don't get brand new. Okay? Queena, thank you, girl, for being like number 7. I appreciate you. Sweet Beloved is also like number 7. I appreciate you too. Uh-oh, the divine Miss M is in the house. Oh, she said Regal Eagles. Ooh, we got Eagles in here? I know that's right. Well, y'all better spread your wings then. My good sis Jackie Gaines is in the house. I see her. I don't see her like number, but I know she here. There she go. I slid right past Jackie. I don't even know how I did that. Hey, sis. I'm like, there go my sister. Where her's at? Look, y'all get in here, get comfortable, okay? Because we have not had one of our crown chat type moments in a minute, but this is going to be one of them because I need to talk about what I need to talk about. My sister Lily is here. She has been such a help to me with just being an encourager. Like I got through the process and everything, and then I was this close to chickening out. And my sister Lily was like, nope, you could do this. And this is what you need to do. And she did not let me turn into a big chicken. And I appreciate her for that. I love her so much. Wani, thank you for being like number 14. DS is number 13. Okay, ow. Okay. Now, I ain't going to promise that we might not gossip at some point during this because y'all know how we are. Gossip just happens. Okay. We are women and we are not to be blamed. Okay. But y'all, this is really finna be one of them crown chat type moments slightly because we got to talk about what I want to talk about. This is important to me. DV, thank you for being like number 16. Miss Nisi is number 14. Thank you, girl. Kelly Dream in the house is number 19. I love it. I love it. Vicky Black is 17. Thank you. Nene Ashley is like number 20. Hey now. All right, cool gamer. We glad you in the building. Hit that like button. Y'all know what it is. I don't care what we in here talking about. This part has not changed. I need you to hit the engagement button, circle, emojis, send up bubbles. Let me get my water because I done started this yawning stuff. I think somebody working me. Something ain't right. Tamika. Hey, Tamika Graham. She's like number 23. My girl, this is my boo from the UK. I'm that girl is like number 24. All right. You forgot your like number, sis. That's cool. It's cool. I know how it is sometimes, but I appreciate y'all so much for being here. Shaniqua Belton is number 30. All right, Vintage is number 28. You on 16 heading home? Okay. You over there in Houston? I didn't know you was in Houston, girl. So listen, hit your like button. Put your like number in the chat. Don't forget your engagement button. This one, please, I'm going to beg y'all, please, pretty please with a cherry on top. Share this video, Please, pretty please. Girl, I didn't know that. Why you ain't tell me before I left that we could have went somewhere and got a margarita or a daiquiri? Okay, I'm so glad to see all the beautiful and gorgeous Nisi Rose has entered the chat. The Ghanaian bombshell herself. Y'all know what it is. Y'all better put some respect on my sister name. So look, everything's the same. Everybody be kind. Everybody greet everybody. We all family up in here. Even if you knew you family too. If this is your first time being on one of my lives, please say that this is your first time so we can welcome you, or put FTL for first time live, because we want to welcome you personally and individually. This is the fam. This is the only fam on YouTube. Okay, the Royal family. We always have been. We got in here June of 2021. That's how long we've been here. And we have always been Royal family. We have always been down by law. We back each other up. You know, if we need to call a family meeting and get some stuff straight, we do it. Okay, we gets it done. We really love each other. We really ride for each other, and that ain't changing no time soon. If I have anything to say about it, I would like to think that even if, you know, the Lord should happen to call me home tomorrow, that you all would continue to do the exact same thing for each other, continue to back each other the exact same way. And I would hope that one of you jump up here in this main chair and keep this thing going, because family first. Legina the Jackson is like number 34. Hey, boo, what's happening? What's going on? All right, so look, I think that's pretty much it. Let me take a quick look at the gossip stuff, because I know we're going to probably have to deal with it later. Y'all don't mind if we take a quick look at this. We're going to get to the serious stuff. But let me take a quick look, make sure that we don't have anything pressing. Let's make sure we don't have anything pressing to deal with. I don't think we do. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I don't believe we have anything pressing that we have to deal with. So we're good. We're good. We'll deal with anything else that comes up later. So, DS, what? I had to comb it. It got so bad, I was forced to comb it. I was forced to comb it. Yep. It got really bad. I had a hot flash that was so bad it had my hair tied up like Spaghetti Junction in Atlanta, Georgia. It was real. Okay. Lord, my sister on the phone said she heard Future done entered the Simon and Portia group chat. Child, listen, on that day, we're going to have a problem. So hopefully, oh, Legina the Jackson sent me a cash app. Sis, that's so sweet. I appreciate you so much. Let me send a heart back. And it's one of those holy numbers, because I do believe in the significance of numbers. And the fact that my dear sis, Legina the Jackson, sent me a cash app with a very specific number, I'm going to take that as a very, very good sign. You say I should check my DM. Okay, no problem. And it's got a picture. Thank you so much, Legina. It won't pull the picture up. I don't know what it's doing. I love to do it. I'm gonna check it, sis. I'm gonna check it. I want to see my picture from my sister Legina first. Hold on. Oh, it's just like a little green sky. But yes, Legina sent me 7, and that means so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sis. I think I sent my heart back. Did it do my heart? Okay. No, it didn't. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hold on. Lily sent me something. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that, Lily. I saw that. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. That's kind of lukewarm. It ain't smoking hot, so we'll deal with it later. It's nothing we gotta interrupt the day for. So I hope y'all come in. And let me just say this too. I'm not surprised. Like, I'm not expecting us to have too much of a crowd. Anytime it's not mess, don't look for people to show up. People show up for the mess. Okay. But I have to tell y'all something, right? I'm so nervous. I'm nervous. Okay. But I wrote a book. Yeah. An actual book. And I want to talk about why it's so important. The topic of the book, the theme, the subject matter is something that's really, really, really close to my heart. Okay. Oh man, sis, thank you. I did. So the subject matter is something that's really close to my heart. So let me just say this. Let me say this first, right? Thank y'all for the congratulations. I appreciate that. But I really want to talk. Please share this video. Please like this video. Okay. So, hey, Lady Dimples, thank you for being like number 43. What started this was the fact that one of our last princesses is heading off to college. Okay. So me and Papa, we sitting down talking. We went out to eat. It was one of our date nights. And we had went out to eat. And I'm sitting up there, girl, got me a little crab, shrimp boil, everything. And so I'm busting them, busting them open. Like I could have probably did a whole mukbang right there in the restaurant because I had the eggs, the sausage, the potatoes, everything, and I had a margarita. It was a big one too. And so I was enjoying myself. And we started talking about one of the last little princesses in our family going off to college. And so this one is his biologically. And so I'm trying to give him pointers from a woman's point of view, what you need to explain to her. Make sure she understands this and make sure she understands that. And so the conversation, it took a turn. It took a turn, and it took the turn that it took, I think, because sometimes, hey, Jim Bunny, thank you. It took the turn that it took because I think men take for granted the way women have to view the world and the way we have to show up in the world. Hey, Rochelle, happy Friday. Thank you for being number 46. Hey, God's anointed daughter, happy Friday. They take for granted the way we have to show up in the world. And so the conversation took the turn of him not understanding that as a man, you have to worry about general safety. You got to worry about, that none of the guys that you got a problem with is around you. You have to worry about maybe somebody might want to rob you at a gas station. Make sure you lock your car when you go to pay for your gas. And if you see some cats that look shady, like maybe go to another station because you're not trying to get robbed. They worry about, in my opinion, surface level danger. They do not have a real understanding that what women consider danger and what they consider danger are two different things. So we both started talking about our college experience. Okay. Now we both went to HBCUs. Okay. I'm very proud of that. Super proud of that. So yeah, this is an HBCU family. Hey, D. Seratinas. And he went to Xavier. I went to Clark Atlanta. So we both, started talking about our experiences when we left home, when we got to college, being in the dorms, going to parties, and the types of things that were happening. And we started really getting into some heavy, heavy territory. And so I was explaining to him, like, you had other guys, y'all hung around together. Y'all had to worry about, like, if y'all were out together, if another group of guys maybe had a problem with y'all, or like if y'all started arguing over a girl, if the other guy was going to take it too far. I say, but for women, Black women in particular, but women in general, we have way, way, way more to consider, especially when we finally leave home and we no longer have our parents as a safety net. Okay. So the reality is, when a girl leaves home, and I've been the girl who left home. I left home at 17 years old. I graduated from high school in 3 years. I graduated 1 year early from Vanguard High School in Ocala, Florida. So proud. with that hot 3.75. Understand. There go mama's baby. That was our first princess to fly the coop. Thank you for being like number 49. And so I remember feeling overwhelmed at 17, leaving the safety of 2810 and Emma and Philip's house. And everything that comes with being a little black girl in the world by yourself. Couture Bay, thank you for being like number 51. I appreciate you, my beautiful little niece. All right, another pretty young girl. So we started talking, and I was letting him know, like, those things that you all worry about and you consider safety, you can't give her the talk based on your experiences. I said, as a young girl, when I left home, one, it's intimidating. The same parents that you think are overbearing and ruining your fun and just being mean, and as young girls, we think all kind of stupid stuff. Oh, they just don't like me. My mama don't like me. When really what it is your mother has been you. Your mother has had to be you. She's had to be different versions of herself before she became your mother. She's had to be your mother and not only fear for herself, but fear for you every time you were out of her sight. Like, it's a real thing being a woman. And so our perception of danger is completely different than a man's perception of danger. It just is. So, which we were talking about. And I said, I remember the first time that something didn't look just right. And I had to realize that not only did I not have mama's rules, because my daddy really didn't give me no rules. That man spoiled me rotten. And I would probably be an inmate right now, busting rocks like Cool Hand Luke. Praise God for Emma Lee. I love Philip, but praise God for Emma, because I wouldn't have been nothing. Okay? Phil did not want me disciplined. That's just for the record. Lord knows I'm telling the truth. But if not for mama's rules, I didn't have those when I left home. But I also no longer had mama's protection. I think it takes you to get outside and really run into anything. It doesn't even have to be a threat. It's just when you start to feel nervous about things, when you start to feel intimidated by different things, and then you realize, mama, there is no mama right here. There is no, okay, mama, come take care of it because this is too hard. Hey, Angela Davis, there is no, okay, I'll just call daddy when you're on your own. And so we got further into this conversation, y'all. And we started talking about what we as women, especially young women, have to consider if you're smart, if you're sharp, if you want to be safe. So I was like, well, first of all, we can't trust men. Period. Men cannot be trusted at all. If it's a man, don't trust him. I don't care if you think that this is your gay bestie and he can hang out with you and it's okay. You can't, because every time, all the time, it's not what you think it is. Okay. You can't trust the whole dating situation, because most girls that are sexually assaulted is by somebody they know. You can't trust other women. Hey, Delicia, because sometimes other women can become jealous of you and you don't know what they'll do to you. They will set you up. There are women who have scars on their face right now because another woman got jealous. There are women that I know that have had their drink roofied by women to set them up for men to harm them. There have been women who were lured into prostitution, drug use, and other things by other women. So then now I said, so now let's think about this thing. We got to worry about y'all, you men, and what you might do and the lies you're going to tell. We got to worry about other women. If you're a black woman, you still got to worry about white folks because they dangerous as hell. You can be out in public shopping and minding your business, and one of them could just lie on you and wreck your whole life, and you can end up in prison and you've done nothing. And now your mama and daddy, who struggled to send you away from home, have got to struggle to pay a lawyer to keep you out of trouble that you really may not have even gotten yourself into. You have to worry about the police because you're still black. If you being a girl won't even save your neck, you still black. You still got to worry about that. Then there's the danger of the authority figures, your professors. If you a girl like me, when I left home, I still went to church. Did. I was bad as hell and still went to church. Shout out to Jesus. I sure did. I walked my freshman year from Pfeiffer Hall up James P. Brawley Drive to Mount Olive every Sunday, unless I had just partied too hard on a Saturday. And you have to worry about what happens there, because you got youth leaders in the church that prey on young girls. You got dirty old men on the deacon's board, and some of them nasty preachers that prey on young girls. So I was explaining to him that the things that we have to be vigilant about, we have to consider, they just don't. Mm-hmm. And so we got a little deep into it. I'm gonna be honest, we got a little deep. And so he was like, okay, so like with other girls, like what type of stuff? So I was like, first of all, let her know, don't try to keep up with nobody. Be real about what you got going on. You know what kind of house you come from. If you were raised a certain way, yeah, you're going to have fun. Yeah, you're going to do some stuff that your parents don't really think is cool, but don't try to do too much. Don't try to get so far out of pocket keeping up with people. You don't owe nobody nothing. Nextly, if you know you don't come from some rich background where your parents got buku money to be throwing at you, don't try to keep up with nobody. If other people are spending money like water, maybe they got it like that, but it's not up to you to keep up. I had to warn him too, like, make sure you letting her know, don't borrow clothes from people. Don't borrow nothing from nobody, because all that does is breed problems. It could start off with is innocent, and what happens if the clothing gets damaged? Then it's up to you to replace something. What happens when this girl starts trying to dress to fit in, and now next thing you know, your child got a whole other wardrobe that you don't know nothing about, that's led her into a whole nother lifestyle, and God forbid something happens, you can't even tell the police, like, well, I see the body or whatever, like that would never be my girl. She don't dress like that. She would never do that. So just all sorts of scenarios. So that's what led me to write my book. Okay. So it's called Little Girl, Big World, a survival guide for girls leaving home for the first time. And I'm really proud of this because I kept it small on purpose. So can y'all see the cover art? So I think it's really cute. Really, really cute. Okay, it's cute. I kept it small because I wanted it to be something that you can have in your bag if need be. I wanted it also to be something that mothers can buy, because even if as a mom you think, okay, she's not going to read it, you can have something at your fingertips just as like a checklist for yourself. Like, did I talk to her about that yet? Wait, did I talk to her about that yet? You have something at your fingertips that you can readily access and say, hey, this is for real. Little girl, did you remember to do X, Y, and Z? So just to give you an idea, the topics covered in this survival guide, because I have topics, not chapters, because it's not a traditional book in that sense. And much like if you were to get like a field survival guide or a hunting or hiking survival guide, there are pictures and diagrams for certain things when I want you to get a better understanding of exactly what I'm talking about. Little things like there's a section that covers getting an Uber or a Lyft, or calling for a hired car. Okay. And so that type of stuff is important. So there's a little diagram that kind of shows them the area of the car door to look for a child safety lock, to make sure that once they shut that door, they can open that door. And it's important because they're trafficking girls. Thousands and thousands of little Black girls go missing every day, and nobody cares. Nobody's going to look for them. So they have to be sharp. They have to be vigilant for themselves. This is so important. So the topics in here cover all, like, a wide range. I think I've covered a decent range. From the first topic is loneliness and new friends, because that's important. We gotta address the mental health aspect of being alone, because when you grow up in a house, especially the kids with multiple siblings, and there's a mom and a dad, and you got grandparents around, cousins, all this stuff, and when you get away from home for the first time, there is a certain level of loneliness, whether you want to express it or not. And I thought it was important to put that in here because for whatever reason, well, not for whatever reason, we all know the reason, Black women and Black girls are socialized to pretend like nothing bothers us. We're socialized to pretend like we're okay and show a strong face even when we're not feeling strong. And so I felt like we had to address the loneliness that these girls are going to experience when there isn't siblings running in and out of your room, when there's no mama popping in there to say what you doing, when there's no grandparents and no grand popping up saying, hey, let's go get something to eat, and you're actually by yourself. That can be daunting, and we got to address it. Like, we really have to address it, because we need our girls to be mentally healthy. If that girl is mentally compromised and she's not healthy and she's feeling vulnerable to the extent that she can't even admit to herself what she's feeling, anybody can take advantage of that girl. Absolutely anybody can take advantage of that girl. So we got to address that. New friends is important, because we need them to make good choices of friends. Like, don't just accept any and everybody. Everybody can't be your friend. Everybody don't need to be your friend. If somebody comes from a background that's completely different from you, sometimes that can be exciting. You know what I mean? I went through it. We all went through it when we left home. But at the same time, if somebody is so different from you that none of your views align with each other, you have to think about it twice. You know what I mean? You got to consider, if that person is trying to convince you to do something that makes you uncomfortable, that takes you outside of your comfort zone to an extent that you feel in danger, or they're trying to, convince you to, use drugs or do something illegal, that person is really not a friend at all. And I think that has to be addressed. The budget issue. Budget is big. So that section, I don't think it needed to be extra long, but we had to be real on that. There's a section on getting attention from the opposite gender. Big deal. Super big deal. Because we want them to date. How will they bring us husbands eventually if they don't date, right? So they got to date. But they need to understand that even if somebody expresses interest, you owe them nothing, and you still need to be cognizant of your safety while you're doing so. Oh, something I didn't mention. In the segment that covers the new friends, right? There is an area in that section that talks about partying with your friends, whether it's partying at a big club, a public place, or partying where it's more like a kickback and it's more intimate. It's only a few people. They need to know how to protect themselves. If you at a club and you get separated from your girls, you need to know what to do so you can get home safe. Dig that. You need to make sure that they know you left. If you can't find them, oh well, you get home safe. I think the running theme that anybody who buys this book is going to find out is that the running theme and the cohesive theme throughout all these sections are that you make it home safe. You make it home safe. And I'm saying you because, this is technically for girls who are leaving home for the first time. But since I've been doing this channel alone, I've met so many women who did not have these basic survival skills, and they were not leaving home for the first time. So it could be helpful to someone who is maybe not as street smart, maybe not quite as savvy. And there's nothing wrong with that, because a whole lot of times, oh, Queen, it's on Amazon. So if you type my name in on Amazon, it will come up. And the thumbnail for this video, there's a QR code that will pull it up. And there's a link in the description box of this video. Thanks for asking, sis. But all of that stuff, like, it's so many women who don't have that same level of savvy. And it's based on the fact that you haven't experienced certain things in life. And that's a blessing. That is a whole blessing, that you haven't experienced things that made you hyper vigilant, that made you, extra cautious. I almost said overly cautious. In my opinion, there's no such thing as overly cautious. Hey, Lady T. So yeah, we covered that, how to get home safe. If you get separated from your girls at a public party, a public place like a club or a lounge or something, how to be safe at a kickback, how to make sure that, hey, there's a guy in the back of the room who came in and he keeps leaving out and coming back and he's not really interacting with nobody. What should I probably do? Like all of these things are covered, I promise you. There is a section on authority figures because that's important. They need to know what to do. If one of their professors, one of their profs starts touching them inappropriately or touches them on the shoulder or starts posing inappropriate questions to them, how to protect themselves, how not to be intimidated into not reporting things. All of that. We got to cover that. There's a section with pictures and better explanations. That's where some of the diagrams and pictures come into play. And unfortunately, I had to include a section on if things go wrong. That one, that section was emotional for me. It was emotional because a lot of us have experienced that section if things go wrong. Because there's so many ways things can go wrong. And what my hope is that any girls or their moms who use this survival guide as a nice little rule of thumb or whatever, hey, Miss Gardner, that you never make it to if things go wrong. If things go wrong was so, it was emotional to me, and for reasons that I don't even know that I'm capable of expressing. I don't. But as women, I think if we haven't personally experienced the if things go wrong, someone close to us has experienced if things go wrong. So unfortunately, I had to add that section in, but it's something that we need to discuss. We have people who have experienced things and they did not feel comfortable going to our parents. We didn't feel comfortable going to the authorities. We didn't feel comfortable talking up for ourselves at different points. And I think that it's important. I think that it has to happen. So hopefully it's my prayer, my deepest prayer, that none of our children reach if things go wrong. But I had to include that there. Another thing that I do want to mention here, there is something very important in this survival guide. And I do pray that y'all share this video to people. Even after you get off the live, take the link, send it to somebody who might be able to use it. There's something very important in here that is a little bit of, I want to say like a family secret or like a little family tradition for the women in my mother's family, those Richardson folks. And I'll give y'all a little bit of it. It's two of them actually that's in there. One has to do with when you don't want to call your mama, who to call, how to do that type of thing. But one of the things, and I'm going to give y'all this one, is, even without you reading the book, it's code words when you're somewhere and you don't feel safe or you can't speak freely. Like if you get a phone call and it's somebody who loves you. And thank you, Lily. She just shared it on Twitter or X. A loved one, somebody close to you in your circle calls you, or you need to call them. There's a way to kind of let them know that you're around somebody that you can't talk freely in front of. I can't talk freely in front of this person. And at that point, it puts them on notice to kind of ask certain questions that are mainly yes and no, that frees you up to answer them without putting you in danger of saying something that's going to out you or put you in danger or whatever. Hey, Island Girl. Thank you, sis. So for my family, and y'all can come up with your own code word, but this is some free game. This is some Richardson girl game, okay? Because that's my mama's people. Shout out to them, even the evil ones. We have this thing And me and my cousin Teresa started it. We talk about earrings. So if we're talking and somebody walks in that room and I can't speak freely, the first thing we say is, I can't find my green earrings. Where did I tell you I had them last? Like, make a little conversation about it so it's not so obvious. The minute either one of us hears the term green earrings, we know there's somebody there. It's not dangerous because the earrings are still green, but there's somebody there that I can't speak freely in front of. But we also know if those earrings are red, I'm in trouble. If those earrings turn red, I'm in trouble. And at that point, your loved one that you are talking to, they should know exactly what type of time you on. And at that point, they should know to start asking yes and no questions. Are you safe? Child, not really. You at your house? Yeah, girl, we had just got over there. Where he at? I don't know, girl. I think right here. You get what I'm saying? That way you can kind of let your people know what's up without blurting something out and then putting yourself in a position where you can be harmed before they can get to you. So that's one of the things that's in here, just to give you an idea of the type of, free game that is in this book. Okay. So I really, really, truly want people to take advantage of it. There's another one that's one of our little family safety tips. Our family is predominantly girls. We got a bunch of girls. I mean, a gang of girls. And we all kind of, especially the cousins. Let me not say cousins. The aunties too. Them and my mom and them, they were always like that. And I think that's why most of us cousins are kind of like that, because they raised us that way. Um, so yeah, we got all kind of little stunts and tricks and whatnot. And I tried to incorporate as much of that, as much of my experience, as much of that protective nature, that vigilant nature that I was raised with, so that other ladies can benefit from it. Because honestly, y'all, I was not going to write this. Papa said write it. By the time I started breaking down for him, like, make sure you tell her to do this. Make sure you tell her if she's going on a date with this boy to take a picture of his face and his driver license. Like, make sure you do this. Make sure. He was like, you need to write this down. And I said, child. He said, no, for real. You need to write this down. Other girls can benefit from this. You always want to help women. You always trying to help women. You need to write this down. And so I thought about it. I said, you know what? Bump that. I'm going to write it down. And so I did. And then I got scared. But yeah, so absolutely. I hope that this is something that's going to be helpful to people. The final section in here is just basically special thanks. And ooh, should I read part of the special thanks? Should I? I don't know. Put a 1 if I should. Put a 2 if don't do it. Because y'all, I'm still nervous. Ain't that crazy? I talk all the time. I can come in here when it's this gossip and foolishness, and I can just blah, 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 blah. And now that this is something that means so much to me, and I really want girls to be more equipped and more capable and more safe. And like, this is something that means so much. Now I'm nervous. Like, why am I nervous? Is that normal? Am I okay? I can't be okay. I must be crazy. Oh, I see ones y'all say, so it's okay to read it. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to read part of the special thanks section just because I'm going to try not to be emotional though. Okay. Okay. I'm nervous, y'all. I'm nervous. But it's okay. So under special thanks, this is what I have written here. I would like to take the time to give a special thanks to the ladies who had an impact on how I view the world. Thank you to the ladies of the royal family. members of my YouTube platform. I appreciate the support and all of your energy. We have had numerous conversations about the things that we all have survived as women. Ultimately, all of those late night Zoom sessions, some of y'all know, with all of us talking, made me even more careful with the tips that I provided in this guide. Here I go. I hate this. I hate being a water bag. I think it's the menopause. Okay. Okay. Special thanks as well to my precious Geneva. What's wrong with me? Oh my God. My eldest daughter. I learned so much raising this little gem. Okay. Y'all, this might have been a bad idea. I'm too emotional. What's wrong with me? Okay. Stop it. Special thanks to my precious Geneva, my eldest daughter. I learned so much raising this little gem. I grew more careful being her mother, and as she has matured, she has taught her mother even more. I have been forced to scrutinize the world even more. Part of my inspiration to write this guide was all of the advice I've had to give to her over the years. She has not only given me the opportunity to mother her, she has brought many of her friends for me to mother as well. It sounds funny, but it's true. So, over the years, I have had to give advice and to worry over. Okay. Lastly, and most assuredly not least, a thanks to my mother. Thanks to those who know me know I can never fail to give thanks to Emma Richardson Smith. My dear mother, I am so appreciative of everything she poured into me. She was the first to teach me to be careful. Okay. She was the first to teach me to be careful. She taught me to always pray. She taught me to never get a joint bank account with a man. She taught me to put my money in a hanky and pin it inside my bra when traveling. She taught me to keep my keys in my hand when walking in my house. She taught me never to drive home the same way 2 days in a row. Mama taught me that the world is dangerous, but also is a blessing. Mama taught me we are blessed to be a blessing to others. I'm truly prayerful that the knowledge and vigilance that Emma blessed me with will bless some other young women. Everything my mother blessed me with when leaving home for the first time gave me the confidence to keep pushing through. Due to the relationship I had with my own mother, encourage I encourage anyone reading this survival guide. I'm sorry. I had with my own mother. Encourage anyone reading this survival guide. I hope will keep an open line of communication with their parents. I was also extremely close with my father, and he gave me survival skills that have served me well. Even the way he protected my mother for their over 45 years of marriage was a lesson. Okay. So I'm sorry, y'all. I turned to a whole water bag. I don't even know where that came from. Excuse me. Excuse me. That was not intentional. Y'all know I do not do all that stuff. Hey, the vanilla one. So that's just to say, I put a lot of my vigilance, my worry, some of my paranoia, all of that into making sure that I covered topics that I felt were, ooh, I'm ugly. Ooh, ooh. But I put a lot of energy into making sure that we covered topics that I know girls will encounter. It's not even a matter of if you're going to encounter it, you're going to encounter it. And trying to make sure that it was capsulized and kept in a, excuse me, kept in a very shortened form. And I did my best not to get too wordy, not to get too verbose, because we're in the TikTok generation and these kids ain't got no they ain't got no attention span. So I tried to keep it short and sweet, but excuse me, I also approach this from the angle of, if I were talking to my children, what would I want them to know? What would I want to say? Hey, KK. So, again, this is my book, Ooh, Little Girl, Big World. Okay, and this is the survival guide for girls leaving home for the first time. I hope you will get your copy. I hope if you have nieces, daughters, that you make sure all of them have a copy. If you have ladies in your prayer groups, Bible study groups, make sure they have it. If you attend a church somewhere and y'all want to just make sure you have a few copies on hand to give out to the graduates for this year or even next year, because I'm going to leave it on Amazon. It is on Amazon. Because I pray that this will be a help and a blessing to everybody, right? And also, there are some single fathers that are raising girls and don't know what the hell they doing. Miss Weedy Pooh say, "Now I got you crying. What you hollering for? I'm trying to stop crying and you done started crying. Don't start that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We can't be in here being emotional and stuff. Be nice. I'm just getting here. Sounds so beautiful. Uber proud of you in the project. Thank you. And I'm just gonna tell y'all this too. On top of the, like I said, single dads, if you don't know what to tell your girls, you're not sure because you're not a woman, you don't know what she's really about to face. For real, pick up a copy of Little Girl, Big World, because it will help you know what to say to her a little bit. Because we have to be fair to the men around us to a certain degree, because they've never been women. So they don't know what we encounter. They don't know. Queena say she crying too. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. It was just, I had a moment. I apologize. They don't know what to say to these girls. Men love their baby girls, most of them, but they really, a lot of the things that girl is going to experience, he does not know how to navigate it when something happens. He surely does not know how to prepare her for something that he's never encountered. So we need to take that into account. If you know a single dad in your family that's got a little girl and he over there struggling and she giving him the blues, get him a copy. Get him a copy or send him the QR code, send him the link and just say, listen, grab this, thank me later. It's important. So depending on how well this is received, I want to write other survival guides in the same series. Their first time getting a car, their first time getting their own apartment, um, first time buying a house. I went through that. It was scary as hell. So hopefully, like I said, just depending on what happens and if this one is well received and I hear good feedback that girls are being helped, moms, dads are being helped, families are being helped, then I'm going to continue because I like helping people and I think it's cool. I think it's cool to help people. I think it's cool to kind of tap into what is a passion of yours. And to be fair, mm, excuse me, to be fair, thank you, KK. KK says she buying a copy. Thank you. Um, to be fair though, I I'm gonna keep that. But yeah, like I said, I just want it to be helpful. That's it. I just want it to be helpful. And then no, I'm gonna say it. To be fair, raising my children was a passion. Like I didn't want to go there because I know, people have different ideas and stuff. And I'm gonna just be honest. I became a mother and I didn't want to be a mother. I didn't. You would probably never guess that, with the way I am now. I'm very much a helicopter mom. I am. I adore my children. Absolutely adore my children. But I didn't want to be a mother. But once I became a mother, that same lady, Emily, made me to understand that I was responsible for who they turned out to be and that I had to give it everything I had, and failure was not an option. And she also made me understand that you can do your job to the best of your ability, but ultimately it's in God's hands, but you got to give it everything you got. So mothering has become a passion of mine. I wasn't joking in my special thanks when I said Geneva has brought me extra children to mother. And then I pick up extra children on my own to mother. There's always more children for me to mother. I'm a mothering fool. So this was my way of kind of tapping into my passion and putting it out there in the world. And if I can help be the auntie that's, maybe been a little rough around the edges and maybe knows a couple things that your mama don't, that I can help you. Okay. I'm so excited. So I'm so glad. I hope you guys purchase, share it to your friend group, share it on Facebook, Instagram. Let people in your. Oh, lovely Sherry says she placed her order. Thank you. That's so cool. That is so cool. Jen Bunny says she gonna purchase. Thank y'all. Venture says you shown just how cool you are by writing this book for all parents raising daughters. You're awesome. You're awesome too, girl. Yep, it's on Amazon. All you have to do is type my name in. Just type in Seanitra, not even my full name. Just put Seanitra. It'll pop right up. In Jesus' name. I would love it. I would love it. I'm going to tell you the truth. I would love to hear that by next year, there's like 1,000,000 little girls with a code word that they telling their cousin that they on the phone with. Girl, I can't find my juice box. Or whatever the code word is. I would love to hear that our girls are more safe, that they're, using safety tips and picking up lingo and techniques from little girl big world to help themselves. Like that would mean a whole bunch to me. That would mean a heap to me. Okay? So I'm really, really excited. I hope it's the bestseller. I hope every no good trifling man that plans to hurt a girl, I hope that it falls flat. I hope that our girls become safe. I hope to see the numbers of missing Black girls go way down. I hope that even the numbers of girls who are assaulted, I want to see that number go way down. So I'm praying that. I'm agreeing with you with that in prayer that will reach a whole bunch of girls, a whole bunch of them, all the girls, but especially the little girls who look like me. Y'all know what I'm saying. So listen, I'm going to go before I turn into a water bag again. Thank y'all for hanging with me. The gossip will be back. We'll be back with the gossip. We will not disappoint. But for right now, I do have to do a little bit of sewing. I got to get back on this fabric and I got to get something to eat because it's like 5 and I haven't eaten yet. And I'm trying not to get all the way to sundown before I eat. But let me do that. And I promise you, I will be back. Okay. I can't believe I got emotional. What was I thinking? Okay, so y'all know what time it is. If you didn't like the button on the way in, please make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you will know every single time that we go live on this channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed because we're happy to have you here. And usually we gossiping, but sometimes we get emotional. We women, okay? So it's going to be all right. But if you want to join channel membership, there is a join button beneath the video and also a membership link in the description box. Also in the description box, we have the link for Little Girl, Big World, survival guide for girls leaving home for the first time. And we got the link for our merchandise store so you can get your crown gear in classic black and gold or emerald crown designs. And we have the link for our Amazon storefront so we can shop together in my wish list in case you want to send me snacks, goodies, notebooks, pens, pads, doohickeys, anything you send, I appreciate. And I love you guys. So y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to try to get back with some gossip because that's what we do best. Okay, over here. And as always, God loves you. I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.